Let me tell you the fastest way a great portfolio gets destroyed. It's not due to a bad stock pick. It's not even a bear market. It's being forced to sell at exactly the wrong time. And the number one reason investors get forced to sell is simple. They run out of cash. Today, we're continuing the Always Be Compounding Principle series with one of the most practical principles in the entire system. Liquidity prevents forced selling. Hello fellow compounders, I'm Dennis Chen, CFA charter holder, former hedge fund manager, and chief compounder here at the Always Be Compounding Club. This video is part of the Always Be Compounding Principles series, a structured system designed to help you build wealth that survive real market cycles. Let's anchor where we are. In episode 0, we defined the goal of the ABC system, to protect real purchasing power over time. In episode 1, we learned that time in the market, it beats timing the market. In episode 2, we saw that behavior beats intelligence. In episode 3, we learned that simplicity beats complexity. In episode 4, we accepted that volatility is the price of long-term returns. In episode 5, we saw that friction compounds against you. Today, in episode 6, we're talking about the thing that prevents the most damaging friction of all: forced selling. Before we dive in, a quick but important disclaimer. This video is for educational and entertainment purposes only. It is not financial, investment, or tax advice. All figures and examples are hypothetical and for illustration only. I'm sharing general information and examples, not recommendations tailored to you. Investing involves risk, including possible loss of principal. Past performance does not guarantee future results. Your situation is unique. Always do your own research and consult a qualified financial professional before making any decisions. Now let's talk about what liquidity actually means, why it's misunderstood, and why it's the difference between a portfolio that survives and one that breaks at the worst possible moment. Segment 1. What liquidity actually means. In the ABC system, liquidity means ready access to spendable money without being forced to sell long-term assets at a bad time. Liquidity can be cash in a bank account, a money market fund, short-term treasury bills, a short-term bond fund, or a combination of these. The key is not the label. The key is that liquidity acts like a buffer. When life happens, when market falls, and when expenses spike, liquidity prevents you from reaching into the long-term portfolio and selling at the bottom. And here's the part that most investors get wrong. Segment 2. A portfolio can be good and still fail. A portfolio can be well diversified, low cost, and designed for the long term, and still fail. Not because the investments were wrong, but because the investor was forced to liquidate at the wrong time. The ABC system is built on a simple truth. Your portfolio success is not just about return, it's about survivability. And survivability requires liquidity, because without liquidity, volatility stops being temporary. It turns into permanent damage. Let me show you how this happens in real life. Segment 3, the forced selling spiral. Here is the forced selling spiral. Step 1, markets fall. Step 2, your portfolio drops. Step 3, you are in a cash need. Maybe it's a job loss, a medical expense, a family emergency, a business slowdown, a major home repair, a tuition payment, or simply living expenses in retirement. If you have liquidity, you use the buffer. If you do not, you sell long-term assets at depressed prices. That does two things. First, it locks in losses. Second, it reduces the amount of capital available for the eventual recovery. That is not volatility. That is permanent impairment. And this connects directly to principle 0. Segment 4. Liquidity protects real purchasing power. Go back to the ABC North Star. The goal of the ABC system is to protect real purchasing power over time. That means you need compounding to continue, but compounding stops when the portfolio is interrupted. Liquidity exists to prevent interruptions, because the biggest threat to purchasing power is not a normal drawdown. It's the drawdown combined with forced selling. If you can survive the drawdown, time eventually does its work. So, what does enough liquidity actually mean? Segment 5. How much liquidity do you need? There's no single number that fits everyone, but there's a useful ABC way to think about it. Liquidity should cover the expenses that would otherwise force you to sell long-term assets at the wrong time. For working investors, that might mean 3 to 12 months of essential expenses, depending on job stability and income variability. For retirees, that might mean 1 to 3 years of spending, depending on the risk tolerance, income sources, and how volatile the rest of the portfolio is. The more volatile your portfolio, the more important liquidity becomes. Liquidity is not about maximizing returns. Liquidity is about avoiding catastrophic timing. Now, let's address the objection I hear all the time. Segment 6. But cash is a drag. The ABC response. Many investors say, cash is a drag. Cash yields less than stocks. I'm losing money to inflation. And you know what? That is partially true. Cash is not a growth engine, but the ABC system does not hold cash to beat the stock market. The ABC system holds liquidity or cash to prevent forced selling. Liquidity is not an investment. Liquidity is insurance. And like insurance, you don't buy it because you hope to use it. You buy it because the cost of not having it can be catastrophic. This is also why liquidity reduces friction. Segment 7. Liquidity reduces friction. Remember episode 5? Friction compounds against you. Forced selling creates massive friction. Transaction costs, taxes, realized losses at the worst time, and the permanent destruction of future compounding. Liquidity reduces that friction by keeping you from selling long-term assets when prices are temporarily depressed. It lets your portfolio recover naturally instead of locking in the damage. Segment 8. Liquidity is a behavioral tool. Liquidity also has another benefit. It protects behavior. When markets are falling and you know you have cash available, you are calmer. You're less likely to panic sell. You're less likely to abandon your plan. That is principle 2 in action. Behavior beats intelligence. Liquidity supports good behavior because it reduces fear. A quick pause here. One thing I've learned after decades of investing is that most investing mistakes happen under stress. That's why I created the Always Be Compounding Club. It's a calm community for long-term investors focused on discipline, simple frameworks, and building portfolios that survive real market cycles. If that sounds like your style, you can learn more and join for free using the link in the description below. Now, let's connect liquidity back to simplicity. Segment 9. Simple liquidity rules beat complex ones. Many investors overcomplicate liquidity. They build overly complex bucket systems with too many moving parts and too many rules. The ABC system prefers something simpler. A clear liquidity buffer, a clear rule for when to refill it, and a clear separation between short-term money and long-term compounding assets. Simplicity reduces confusion. Confusion creates mistakes. Therefore, liquidity works best when it's boring, predictable, and clearly defined. Segment 10. How principle number 6 fits the ABC system. Principle number 6 reinforces everything we've covered so far. Principle 0, you are protecting real purchasing power. Principle 1, you need time in the market. Principle 2, you need behavior that survives stress. Principle 3, you need simplicity that prevents mistakes. Principle 4, you must accept volatility. And principle 5, you must reduce friction. Liquidity supports all of them because without liquidity, volatility can force selling. And forced selling breaks time, creates friction, and destroys purchasing power. Liquidity prevents forced selling, so compounding can continue throughout real life. Takeaway: don't let life force bad timing. A great portfolio can survive a bear market, but a portfolio can't survive selling at the bottom to pay bills. Liquidity exists so you don't have to make the worst decision at the worst moment. It's not exciting, but it's one of the most important components of long-term wealth. In the next episode, we're going to talk about how much risk actually works for you, why returns only materialize when your ability to take risk and your willingness to live with it are aligned, and why getting that wrong turns good portfolios into bad outcomes. If this episode helped you rethink investing, like the video and subscribe to the channel. Oh, and share it with a friend. And remember, the key to building wealth is to always be compounding. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in episode 7. Take care.